Here we go, June, and I'm in Blackpool, and it's really, really busy. There's Central Pier, Central Blackpool, people everywhere, and I don't see many masks, so maybe
I'm going down. She said try the market down here, so I'll be up and down.
Okay, where shall I wait then?
Well, anywhere you want.
I'll creep along a bit.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're looking for at the moment is diabetic rock, which sounds like an oxymoron, doesn't it? Diabetic rock. So we know that rock is made with sugar. So we wonder if a diabetic rock is available for my mother. See, look, nobody is social distancing and nobody seems to have a mask on. I think what's happened is people have woken up. So that's quite good actually. It's quite encouraging to see. Very nice actually to see this, because the shops are busy, the situation is busy, everything's busy. Anyway, my daughter's out looking for diabetic rock, if any of you have any ideas on that front. If I'm not mistaken, or as they say in Ashton, not mistook, I think Blackpool is the most second visited resort in England, next to London. Maybe everyone's looking for diabetic rock. An endless line of traffic. Blackpool very much is a place to visit for a day. Not so many people stay. I remember when I was a child, I come from Manchester, and we used to go to Blackpool for a week, or at least 3 days, because it was a bit of an expedition. You had to get a train, or 2 trains, even 3 trains. One from Ashton to Manchester, Manchester to Preston, Preston to Blackpool, so it took ages. Whereas these days you can just come in your car, can't you? Now, very soon, all these cars that we see, including my own beautiful Mercedes-Benz, will be outlawed by 2030. It will be rare to see a petrol or diesel car because the controllers are outlawing them. But for the time being, everyone can do this. You've got about 9 years left. During that 9 years, you'll have lockdowns and lots of different directives from the controllers, which will be used as an excuse to take away your liberty. And then by 2030, the only cars they'll be making will be electric ones, and the only people who will be able to afford them will be rich people. So fill your boots while you can, or we might all be on horses. There we've got a pink tram, pretty little thing, tram, and a nice horsey. 2 nice horses. Wait, 3 nice horses. I think they're called Shire horses because they can pull a big load. There's one in, we're currently living George Orwell's 1984 with the pandemic and everything, but so we're living that. We're living in a control grid, and obviously people are waking up nicely at the moment. But George Orwell's lesser known book, well, would be Road to Wigan Pier, but his middling known book would be Animal Farm, which talks about a Shire horse called Boxer who pulls everything and is really strong. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. We're living in Orwellian times, and I always think that Orwell's books, particularly 1984 and Animal Farm, were in fact prophecies. They were not as much prophecies as like policy declarations as to what was to come in the future, because we're certainly living it now. We're actually living in Orwellian times where control is slowly taken away, the Big Brother state is upon us, We've got news speak. You can't say this, you can't say that, you can't upset him, you can't upset her, you can't upset Z or Zer or they or whatever it is. So you've got to be very careful. You've got to tick a lot of boxes saying that you're very careful and then sort of live with it. We're living in very, very, very weird times. But behold, more important than that is my daughter coming now, and I think she's been able to get some rock. She looks rock laden anyway. I'd like to say she's a rock chick, but she isn't. But she's certainly coming now with the rock, I think. To do a commentary.
Go.
So at the moment we're on the promenade, obviously, in Blackpool. We're going up a street called Yorkshire Street because not everything in Blackpool is on the front. Some things are off the front. A bit like Broadway. You know, when you say you've got Broadway productions and then you've got off Broadway. Well, this is off Promenade, and here's some back street, very popular bars called Mark Kelly's there on the left, with a balloon wearing a fucking wig out on his head, and some nice bars here that no one ever knows about, but very busy today. So Blackpool truly is an amazing place at the moment. Look, Saints and Sinners adult store. I think in there they sell all kinds of things. There it is. I'll see you all soon. Happy days.